Oil makes our world go round, but the fuel that drives Britain's economy is soaring in cost.
Well, look at the petrol prices. It's just ridiculous, seriously.
But it is a lot of money.
Too expensive for petrol.
Diesel prices reached a record high last week, and petrol prices are also on the rise. And with world oil prices at a 9-month high, the only way, it seems, is up. With the UK economy in trouble, businesses and drivers are seeing their costs rise at a time when they can least afford it.
Let's face it, us drivers would all like cheaper fuel. So how about a fuel that's good for the environment and free, using a device that claims to allow your car to run on water? Using water as fuel may seem far-fetched, but I've come to meet a driver who's taking his car to be fitted with a device that claims to do just that. Graham Mace from Norfolk is keen to clean up his 4x4's green credentials. He found an attractive device on the internet. The manufacturer claims for every 5 litres of diesel he now uses, his engine will soon burn only 4. Or even less. The rest of the fuel will be provided by nothing more than water.
Find out how you could save money with Hydro Fuel Systems in Aylsham. Visit.
I heard some advertising on the local radio at the end of last year and thought it sounded quite an interesting idea, so did a bit of research online, all seemed to stack up, so I think I'll give it a go.
Was it to save money, or is it because this is quite a big car, isn't it, and they always say it's a gas guzzler?
Yes, I guess I do sometimes feel a little bit guilty about driving a big 4x4, so I thought if there's something out there that could reduce the emissions, improve the mileage, and hopefully at the end of the day save some money.
Suggest. So just to make sure, Inside Out went to Hydro Fuel Systems in Aylsham and got them to supply and fit their device. Well, here it is, it's all fitted in the car, and according to them, it is working well. And I should now be saving fuel at the flick of a switch. Time to enjoy some guilt-free motoring. I can almost believe I'm driving a greener car.
Running on a hydro fuel system. It's cleaner, greener and leaner. I can get a lot more miles per gallon.
Hydro Fuel Systems are not the only ones selling water fuel devices. They're all over the web, and they've even had favourable reviews in car magazines. And they're all based on a simple scientific principle: electrolysis. This setup shows how these devices work. Here we have the power supply. In the car, this would be the car battery. It's connected to 2 electrodes dipped into a container of water. Switch on the electric current and we get bubbles of oxygen and hydrogen.
With gas prices so high, many people and businesses too are looking for ways to save on gas. We found one police department experimenting with a new device. News 4's Sharon Johnson with how it's working. Sharon.
Well, you profiled this water for gas system last week, but one police department in the upstate has been looking at this for months. Now they're using it. It looks like a regular SUV, but it's not. Misleading because it's an undercover Honeypath police vehicle. And also because it's running on something experimental.
People laugh at you for trying some things, but if you don't try, you don't know.
Honeypath Police Department has just 6 cars and a few officers and doesn't have a big budget for a large gas bill. So they're using water for gas.
Yeah, we've had a few and consider new possibilities like cars that run not just on gasoline, but on water. Tonight in Project Energy, David Schechter says we have the technology, we just need the help to use less oil. Now what we need is a plan.
Everyone who knows the inventor inside this garage says he's a genius. He's redesigned a jet engine for the Air Force, saved a nuclear reactor from melting down, and now Steve Myers is developing a car engine that could reduce America's dependence on foreign oil and cut global warming.
This has a future. We've only started.
His home videos show years of effort, but now
fuel vehicles can now be found in Taiwan after Kaohsiung using hydrogen fuel shuttle buses for the 2009 World Games. The dual fuel system cars only need water to produce hydrogen.
With gas prices that are painful even to look at, our journey started here. This Nissan Altima has a secret hiding under its hood. One that its inventor says can more than double your gas mileage. We were doubtful too, which is why we came here to put it to the test. At the same time, Eddie Maharo
koji su seljaci pokušali srušiti prosvjedima, Šime iz Donjih Andrijevaca i ne brine previše, Marina Bešić-Đukarić.
Cijena plavog dizela Šimu više ne brine. U svoj traktor oca to...
How about a little black box that turns water into fuel? Put it in your car and watch your mileage go through the roof. Robert Guild says the device he invented can do just that. Okay, Robert, I'm skeptical. How does it work?
Good morning. What it is, it's basic electrolysis, and it's something we've all learned in probably high school chemistry. And
crisis has driven a Pakistani scientist in a remote village to come up with a unique, innovative solution. Behind me is a research center where the Pakistani scientist has managed to use water as a major fuel input to run all kinds of vehicles.
And I like a lot of people.
Dr. Ghulam Sarwar is the scientist behind an innovative technology. He discovered the technology accidentally when he was trying to enhance the power of his limousine.
To start the generator.
This is the hydrogen generator he has specially manufactured. The task of the generator is to split the water into hydrogen and oxygen, a chemical formula better known as H2O. The generator, after splitting the water into hydrogen and oxygen, transport.
It is an invention that could revolutionize the auto industry and maybe end your high gas bills forever. A water-powered car.
We can wish. It's being developed by a Florida man who agreed to talk about his creation with Wave 3 in a rare television interview. Tonight, investigator Eric Flack has more on the technology and the powerful forces who want to get their hands on it.
Two green car enthusiasts claim they've cracked the code to cutting carbon emissions while also saving you money. Their homemade hybrid technology makes fuel go further by adding water.
This device you see does not have a name yet, but in a few years the creator, Jeff Sokol, hopes you'll know about it. It's an invention that uses water to help big trucks that run on diesel increase fuel efficiency and decrease harmful emissions.
Some diesel.
If somebody said they could save you more than 20% on fuel, triple the life of your engine oil, and cut your emissions by 80%, would you believe them?
Well, a local trucking company did, and now they are spreading the word that it actually works. What they're calling a breakthrough in hydrogen technology. In our Tech Fest report.
With 250 semis on the road across...
Walter Allen is live outside of our studios now with a cost-saving item you can install in your car, Walter.
Yeah, Bob, it's called a hydrogen generator, and it goes on your engine right here. We're told it increases your gas mileage, but we brought in our car expert to make sure it's the real deal.
Imagine how much you'd save if you could run your car on water with just a little petrol added. An Auckland car enthusiast says he's found a way to do just that and has a working prototype to prove it.
It looks like a normal car and it drives like a normal car, but this Nissan is anything but.
Can you fill it up, please? Water.
Water? No, we can't sell water. We'll only sell petrol.
For the past.
Well, it sounds almost too good to be true. A Fresno-based company is using basic chemistry in an attempt to beat high fuel prices.
Hydromotion says its hydrogen generator helps burn every last drop of gas or diesel that you put in your tank. CBS 47's Tony Body shows us a local trucking company that's giving the product a shot.
It's a hydrogen generator, and it gets its charge from regular old mineral water.
Just going to stick here. It's holding about 16 right now.
The way it works is pretty simple. Oil prices at record levels and rising prices at the pump. Fuel protests in the nation's capital. It's not an easy time to be running a haulage company. This HGV does more than 10,000 miles a month. The company uses an onboard computer system to monitor everything the driver does.
And that basically tells us the MPG, tells us the driver grading, how the driver individually drives the vehicle, from acceleration through to brake, how much pressure they apply on the brake, how much pressure they apply on the throttle, even to the point of how many pedal movements they carry out on the throttle.
But these lorries have also been fitted with a device that injects hydrogen into the fuel. It can reduce CO2 emissions and improve fuel economy by as much as 10%.
By adding a small amount of hydrogen gas.
Using water as fuel may seem far-fetched, but I've come to meet a driver who's taking his car to be fitted with a device that claims to do just that. Graham Mace from Norfolk is keen to clean up his 4x4's green credentials. He found an attractive device on the internet. The manufacturer claims for every 5 litres of diesel he now uses, his engine will soon burn only 4. Or even less. The rest of the fuel will be provided by nothing more than water.
Find out how you could save money with Hydro Fuel Systems in Aylsham. Visit.
I heard some advertising on the local radio at the end of last year and thought it sounded quite an interesting idea, so did a bit of research online, all seemed to stack up, so I think I'll give it a go.
Was it to save money, or is it because this is quite a big car, isn't it, and they always say it's a gas guzzler?
Yes, I guess I do sometimes feel a little bit guilty about driving a big 4x4.
The HHO cell. Straight to the air intake. Go in. There you go. 40 mpg, 40.6 mpg.
Alright, there's the hydrogen thing where the hydrogen comes in to this massive engine. And where's it going? When it comes from here where there's bits of cloth. Massive bolts.
Send him a text. Kevin, can you rev its tits off, please? Oh man, that's hot. Nice. I mean, put a white sheet in there. Yeah, go on.
What is it? 154,000 miles?
And then some, probably.
Just going to come out of here.
They are insanely clean. These chambers and valves are fucking insanely clean. Yeah, spot on.
So I'm going to explain now from my video. This is Rob, who's doing photographs for Gold Plus magazine, and we've just taken apart my lovely car to see how lovely it actually is inside.
Never to put back together again.